Every coking plant receives lots of information about different coal sources each day. Among these, which one should we prioritize for procurement? Or rather, who decides which coal to buy today? This has been a major question puzzling us for a long time. Enterprises have tried many methods in the past. For example, the bidding process. But does bidding really solve the problem? Are the experts on the evaluation committee truly capable of accurately assessing the cost effectiveness of every single coal? The answer is almost certainly no. Furthermore, as the market becomes increasingly liberalized and competitive, fluctuations in both resources and prices are becoming more frequent. When faced with these complex issues, enterprises often choose to pass up certain opportunities just to maintain a relatively stable resource structure. However, this inevitably leads to higher costs. How do we solve this problem? Let's use the raw material procurement of a specific coking plant as an example to provide an introduction. This data represents all the coal quality indicators and prices available for this plant to purchase this week. There are 42 in total. Now let's begin the evaluation. First, we need to identify which coals contribute the most to the enterprise, the resources that must be prioritized under any circumstances. We start by setting our target quality indicators for the produced coke. We fill these into the designated fields: ash at 13, sulfur at 0.7, and hot strength at 62. Then we set the conditions: volatile matter between 27 and 28, density at 1.1, and moisture at 12. We press the button. In about 2 seconds, the system ranks them by their level of contribution to the enterprise this week. The first coal on the list is guaranteed to be the best for reducing the enterprise's costs. It is the most cost-effective coal this week. If we can secure the top 5 coals on this list, those 5 will likely become the backbone coal types for this plant in the future. We have now completed the comprehensive ranking for this plant. Next, let's determine the ranking for the specific coals we need to purchase today, perhaps for a bidding session. Alright, we have entered the single coal cost effectiveness ranking function. For example, let's select a gas coal. This plant typically uses gas coal with these indicators. We enter them accordingly: volatile matter at 37, caking index at 53, and so on. There is a whole set of indicators. Today's local benchmark price for this coal is 900. Now, let's see how many gas coals we have in our system. Of the 42 coals we mentioned earlier, there are 12 gas coals in total. We will rank these 12 coals by cost effectiveness. Okay, the results are in. Rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We must prioritize rank. If rank 1 is unavailable, we move to rank 2, and if not 2, then rank 3, continuing until we satisfy the plant's required volume for gas coal. Let's analyze this ranking further. Sometimes a higher price coal is ranked first, while a lower price one is ranked further down. This proves that our ranking is definitely not based on price alone. For instance, look at a coal ranked 11th. Ordinarily, we might think it's the best. Look, ash is 8, volatile matter is 38, G value is 75, and Y value is 12. At a price of 950, it seems very cheap. Now look further up. Let's look at rank 9, Renjiazhuang. Its ash is 12%, and its G value is actually lower at 74. Its Y value is 15, basically similar. Volatile matter is also roughly the same, yet its price is 1,150. However, this rank 9 Renjiazhuang coal is ranked 2 spots ahead of rank 11 Luning coal. Price-wise, Luning is 950, while Renjiazhuang is 1,150. In other words, the system prioritized Renjiazhuang even though it is 200 yuan more expensive. Where does the issue lie? Let's look at them one by one. Ash, Renjiazhuang is higher. Volatile matter, roughly the same. Sulfur, Renjiazhuang is also higher. G value, roughly the same. Y value, Renjiazhuang is slightly higher. But look at the following comparison. Iron, Luning is 12, while Renjiazhuang is only 4.7. Calcium, Luning is 18.63, while Renjiazhuang is only 1.96. And the list goes on. This tells us that the primary difference between these two coals likely lies in the significant disparity in their alkali metal content. How much is that value difference worth? It means I wouldn't buy Luning even if it were 200 yuan cheaper. Because if I bought it and used it in my blend, this coal could potentially cause other massive side effects during our production process. This includes its own poor hot strength and the fact that it might drag down the hot strength of other coals, resulting in even worse overall quality, among other reasons. Therefore, these two methods of cost-effectiveness ranking can help our enterprises. First, they identify the top priority backbone coals. Then, they facilitate evaluations and bidding for specific coal types. The results will undoubtedly be far more effective than the combined efforts of all your evaluation experts. In fact, this system has already become an essential tool for many companies in their daily procurement and coal usage operations. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. See you next time.